Hello, Zoom family. Hello, Facebook family, and welcome to our relatable relationship session for singles. We are the Burrows.
How you doing? How you doing? How you
Hi, we hope everyone had a great day today.
doing?
We have an awesome topic for tonight, and it's don't fall in love with potential. Mm, don't fall in love with potential. And this is Bernie and I have private sessions all the time, one-on-one sessions where we talk about everything. And this is one of the topics that we were talking about one day. And God was like, this would be a great topic, to share with others. So we want to share this topic tonight.
Amen.
And I want to start off with a quote. The quote says, I know who you think he or she can be, but who are they right now? So that's definitely something to think about. I know who you think he or she can be, but who are they right now?
Yeah.
That's very important.
Good question to ask yourself.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask because so many of us get caught up in we trying to change a person to be who we want them to be. But what is that person showing you right now? And some people have a good talk game and they know exactly what to say
Mhm.
and they know what right thing to say because they know what you are looking for. And the reason they know what you're looking for because you talk too much and you told them what they're looking for. So now they're saying the right thing that they think you want to hear. That's why in the beginning of getting to know someone, don't tell them your life story and don't reveal too much about your past.
Right.
You got to be selective about what you share.
Mhm.
Everyone does not have your best interests at heart, but God does, which is why we always say include God in the dating process.
Amen.
And this thing with potential, include God in the dating process because God is going to show you who is suitable for you.
You're listening,
Yes,
looking, and listening. You will know.
you will know.
Mhm.
Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, and everybody that listens to us know this is our go-to scripture for everything. In your single season, you have to trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. So with this thing called potential, that you want to try to change someone and make them who you want them to be and all that because you see something in him, trust God, something in them. It's easy to fall for potential.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you say potential, what
Mm-hmm.
is the definition of potential?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I think I have it down here. Definition: potential, qualities or abilities that may develop and lead to future success or usefulness. Mhm. The definition, again, having or showing capability of becoming or be, you say it right, having or showing the capability to become or develop into something in the future. That's what
Yes,
it is.
yes, yes.
And the synonym we'll say would be possibility,
Mm.
likely, probable, in making, developing, or dormant.
Mm-hmm.
Dormant. You know, some people are sent from the enemy, and we got to be aware of those things. So, as the definition of the synonym speaks, these are things that are for the future.
Right.
We can't get so tied up into
Mm-hmm.
I like this person because they got great potential.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the question you have to ask yourself: what are they doing now?
What are they doing right
What
now?
are they doing right
Mm-hmm.
now?
It's
That's
possible, like the synonyms you just gave, possible. It's
Mhm.
possible they may be that, but
Mhm.
then it's again, it may not be possible. It's likely that they could be the person that you
Mhm.
want them to be. Then again, it might be unlikely in the making.
Yeah, in the
In the
making.
making mean they're not there right now, but they may get there. It's a possibility if they get there. They're developing, but you have to realize that some people develop quicker than others. So you have to look at that also. Dormant. The possibilities in them are dormant right now, but it's up to them if they're taking action for those possibilities to be able to come out. So there's a lot that we have to voice that on as far as potential.
Potential. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big situation. Potential has a whole lot that leads up to it, and a lot of it goes with what we want out of life for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Potential, they can look at a person, well, they could be that person. They can be what I want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And the key word is in there, what you want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the problem comes in.
Right.
We are not to be building, or how you say, build a person into what you want them to be.
We're gonna go into that a little later on.
Okay.
Build a
All
person.
right. Build a person. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we know some people are sent by the enemy to take you from your stance in God, to make you fall. And that's why some people come into your life because you feel like this person is everything that you ever imagined. And some people are there because they're on assignment. So you have to beware. Instead of looking at that person and saying, oh, this is what I think that they can be, you have to know, why is this person in my life? Why is that person there? That's why we say trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. You have to beware because you see potential in him or her to be saved. Some of us, we're saved and we're going forward in God, and we might see a potential for us to the person that we're interested in to be saved. They're not there right now, but they have the potential to be saved. We know God can save anybody, but the thing is, does that person want to be saved?
Big question.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us, we rush into relationships so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We rush into what we fantasize about.
Mm-hmm.
We rush into this could be the one.
Right.
But how do you know? What tells you that this could be the one? Are you listening for the Lord to guide you? Or are you
Mm-hmm.
doing this on your own?
Right.
A lot of people are doing this on their own. They look at a person, they look, okay, he has potential, he looks good on outside, but you don't know nothing about this person. You're just looking at looks and saying this adds up to what you're looking for, which means you don't know what you're looking for.
Mm.
That's what it really means. Potential is something for the future. It is
Mm-hmm.
not for right now. And you need to be looking at what a person is doing right now.
What are they doing right
What are
now?
they doing right now?
What goals do they have right now?
Mhm.
When you talk about the future with that person, what are they talking about? That's what you have to see. But
Yeah.
so many times I was talking to my husband today, like we as women,
Mhm.
we'll look at a man and we'll see, oh gosh, this is a good catch for me. He's not where I need him to be right now, but I believe that he can change.
That's what those flags.
I believe that he can change. And you can pray till you blue in the face, but if that man does not want to change, if that woman does not want to change, you can't make them change. If they're not saved, they don't want to follow after God, you can't make them do that. And a little bit of my testimony, I remember everybody know I've been married before, and I married someone because I was saved. I thought that they wanted to be saved. They weren't saved at the moment, but I thought that by me being saved, my life would really speak for me and God, and they would want to serve God, but it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen. I was looking at the potential like, okay, he would make a great man of God if he quit doing this and he stopped doing that. And so I just kind of took it into my own hands that, okay, this is going to work. When by the time I left that marriage, I was hurt. I was brokenhearted. It didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work out.
Mhm.
But that's what potential does. When you look at somebody and say, oh gosh, they have potential. That means they're not there right now, but they have the potential to be there. Suppose they don't want to be there. Suppose they don't want to do better in life, but you push them and you want them to, and it just doesn't happen the way you want it to happen. Now you're hurt.
Things are done without you asking the person.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you asking the person what they
Mm-hmm.
want to do,
Right.
you just make up your mind for them.
Right.
I push him the right, like, if I push him into this, he'll make more money for us, like, and make us much more money. See, some people are pushing people before they even walk down the aisle. They're
Mm-hmm.
pushing them already. Well, if you do this, you can become this. You do this, so you can become. But never stop in one time to ask that person what they want.
Is this what you want? Because he may, and I know women, we're good for that. as far as seeing somebody with potential, and he'll make a good father, and he'll make a good husband, and he'll make a good provider. If only he could get himself together. A lot of men don't do that. They don't go for the potential thing like we do. I know we women do it because God has called us to be helpers, and that's in us before we actually get married. So if we see a man and we feel like we can help him and we kind of care about him, we'll try to help him. But sometimes we help him so much that we're hindering him from doing the things that he really wants to do. We're pushing him too hard. He needs a better job. He knows he needs a better job, but we want him to have a better job, like my husband said, because we feel like if he make more money, then if I marry him, he'll be a better provider. But maybe that's as far as he wants to go in life. Maybe that's the job that he wants. So we filling out resumes for him. Well, we creating the resume. We're filling out jobs. We setting him up on interviews, and we doing all that. We're hindering him because that may be not what he wants. So we need to ask, like you said, ask him, is this really what you want out of life? That will save us a lot of heartache and heartbreak.
Heartache and heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Potential, again, like you said, like it's future.
Mm-hmm. It's future.
You need when you get into a relationship, you have an honest conversation about what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of job you're doing, what kind of work you're doing, what are you interested in?
Right.
Ask those questions to find out about the person. Don't go up here like and spill like all your life history to a person in the first conversation
Mm-hmm.
or the next five conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find out what this person is about
Yes.
before you make your decision that he has potential. You can see a person and say they got potential, but you don't know nothing about this person. You haven't talked to them, and they haven't talked to you about anything.
Mm-hmm.
But they will always say you ask about a 5 year plan. But when you meet somebody, ask them what have they done in the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What kind of goals do they have?
You can see a pattern.
You can see what's going on just by asking those small questions.
That's right.
Instead of you already got him planning to be the president of the United States.
Mm.
See, those are the things like you look at for the potential. He got a potential like to be the CEO of a company.
But is that what he wants?
But is that what he wants? Or is for that matter, is that what she wants?
Right.
Because it happens on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much on the man's side, but I mean not as much on the women's side, but on the man's side. Because
Mm-hmm.
the men, believe it or not, men don't want to be pushed in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be motivated, but they want to be motivated themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't get involved with a person that is not motivated to do nothing.
That's true.
Don't
true.
don't come up there like and act like their mother.
Right. Right.
Don't act like they're, well, this is good for you. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Let them make that decision. Let them
Yeah.
make that decision. Don't get up here and say you have goals for this person. You have like you want this person to go and do this and be all he can be. A slight push,
Mm-hmm.
a slight push in the right direction is all you need.
Yeah. And it's good to, as women, we want to help the men in our life out, but you can't take over.
Mm-mm.
If he doesn't have potential, he's not moving forward, and the job he has, it may not take care of you. And if you have children, it may not take care of you and your family, but if that's all he wants, then maybe that's not the man for you.
That's right.
And I know as a woman, we can get this mindset. I know he doesn't treat me the best right now, but I can see the potential in him to be a good man. I know he cheats on me now. He disrespects me right now. He doesn't have any goals right now. He doesn't work right now, but I see potential in the kind of person that I am. Y'all know how we are. Kind of person that I am, I can influence him to do the right thing. That does not work. His ex, she just didn't know how to motivate him.
Ooh.
But he would change for me because I'm just that type woman that he's gonna want to do better because I'm a better woman than she was. And then we start comparing ourselves and all that. But if he doesn't have motivation, if he doesn't want to change, then there's nothing that you can do. We hurt ourselves more when we try to make a person be the person that we want them to be. Maybe he doesn't want everything that you want.
Right.
And that's how we get hurt and that's how we get broken because we really had our heart set on this man or this woman. And now They don't want what we want. They don't want to move forward. They don't want to go forward in God. They don't want to change. They want to stay exactly how they are. But we feel like we invested so much in them that we just can't let them go.
Like your time, your money, you invested all that, your body,
Mm-hmm.
to get this person to be motivated to do what you want him to do.
Right, right.
What does that really sound like?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you never should put yourself in the place of hoping that this person has the potential to be what you want them to be,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because that's what you're looking at. You're trying to mold and shape a man into what you want them to be. Don't do it, because you're only setting yourself up for more heartache
Yes.
and pain. Do
Mm-hmm.
not get out here like well, I can make him into what I want him to be. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're listening to yourself,
God.
you're not God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
God is the only one that can mold us and make us into what He wants us to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can, like I said before, we can pray till we blue in the face for a person. You know, I feel that He is the one. I feel like He has so much potential. Because we look at a lot of relationship shows and we see women saying, "But he has so much potential. I know he cheated on me.
Mm.
I know he don't treat me right. I know he don't do this and I know he don't do that, but I see the potential in him. So I'm not going to let him go."
Ask
That's
yourself,
how you get hurt.
ask yourself a question. You see the potential in him to do what? To do more cheating on you,
Mm,
do more heartache, bring
mm,
more
mm,
heartache
mm.
and pain upon you. But you don't see him to not stopping, because you're not making it so.
Yeah.
You know, we allow ourselves to be played with by
Mm,
doing that.
mm-hmm.
Potential is allowed this man. Well, I see the potential. He can be great. He can be, but right now, what is he doing right
What is
now?
he doing right now?
He's hurting you in every way he can, but you
Mm,
see potential.
I see potential in
Okay,
him.
come out of the fog. Come
Mm-hmm.
out of the fog, because one day you're gonna come out of that fog. You're gonna be left alone.
Yeah.
Come out of the fog, because what you're seeing is what is.
What
And you
is?
have to deal with what is.
Mm-hmm.
The future will come, but you got to deal with it right now.
Right now. Where is he? Where is he at? Where is she at right
Where
now? And then we say, once he changes his ways, he will be the perfect man for me. He just needs someone to love him.
it's not
You know,
true.
and that's how we think, because I said God made us to be helpers, and sometimes we helping too much.
Yeah.
You know, if you get a better job, he needs to go to college to get that better job. So I'm going to sign him up for classes at the college. You pay for those classes. He don't never show up for the class because that's not what he
Right.
wants.
You have to ask the
You have to
person.
ask him,
Ask them.
do you want to go to college? No, I don't want. Then you try to push and push. Sometimes we pushing too hard. If they don't want to do it, they just don't want to do it. And another thing, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Don't try to change them. Believe them.
You know, and it's no harm. There's no harm in you really the potential that you look for. You want this person to go to school, this person here to take this kind of job because that's where you see that person at. There's no harm in you going after the person that's already there.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't have to go through all this heartache and pain back here, or a person that don't want to do it. Go after a CEO. Go after
Right.
somebody that owns a company and want to go,
That's already
because
there.
that's already there.
Mm-hmm.
You save you from dreaming a lot. I want this person. He can be that. He can be that. Now, does he want to be that?
That's the thing. Does he want to be that? You can't make anybody do anything. And we as women, we have to stop trying to build a man. You know, build a man like, I want this in him, I want that in there. But what type of man does God want for you?
There you go.
That's what you need to
There
know.
you go.
What type of man does God want for me? You know, take everything else away, the material things and all this and the potential and all that. Take that away and let God put the man in your life that needs to be in your life. He may not have all the money that you think he should have. He may not have the looks that you think he should have. He may not have none of that stuff, but I'm telling you, God knows the man that you need. And you won't have to be pushing, 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 begging, 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 and praying and hoping that he's going to turn out to be that person that you want him to be. You won't have to do all that because God knows who you need.
And if you're looking for a relationship with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, some people they look at the potential part because a person looks good. What do they have to bring to the table?
That's it.
The person doesn't have
Mhm.
no job, he doesn't have no car, he doesn't have a place to stay, but you feel upon yourself to take it upon yourself because you see potential. You're gonna take him into your place.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
you're gonna let him stay in your place, to eat
Mhm.
up your food. He don't have a job right now, so he's supposed to be looking for one.
Mhm.
Okay, every day he taking you to work because he got potential.
Mhm.
He taking you to work so he can go look for a job. What was he doing before you met him? Why wasn't he looking for a job then?
Mhm.
The excuse is now you putting a roof over his head, food in his belly. He ain't got to go and do nothing.
You don't have to do
All they
anything.
got to do is sex you up, and that's gonna be it right there. Because you're gonna make excuses behind it, and you need to stop making the excuses.
Yeah.
Stop making. Oh yeah, he got potential. Yeah, he's good in bed, but what is after that?
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
All it is, well, did you go look for them jobs that we lined up? No, I ain't got. I was
I
hanging out.
didn't have time to
I was
do
hanging
that.
out with my boys today. See, that's trouble.
And you can't want it more than he wants it.
Mm.
It's his
Hey.
life. So you can't want it. I know he's a good man.
Mm.
I know she's a good woman.
Mm.
So I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I'm telling you, you have to trust
Mm.
God. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Don't let your emotions get in there. Don't let what your girlfriends or your guy friends or nobody else says that this is a perfect man for you. You know, you see God know who's the perfect man for you. He may not be perfect, she may not be perfect, but they are perfect for you. God knows who that person is. God knows exactly where they are. We don't have to run around and try to make our own plan and try to put ourselves into relationship. In your single season, you have to trust God. In your single season, you have to do what God has called you to do. You know, go forward in the thing that God has called you to do. Do that. And don't be trying to run after people that don't have anything going for them. Because it's gonna leave you hurt. It's gonna leave you broken. And then you're gonna be at the point where I don't want to be in a relationship because I've been hurt by so many men, I've been hurt by so many women. But if you do it God's way, you're gonna stay on pace and you're gonna see a person exactly for who they are. That's why you can't overlook those red flags. God is showing you this person is not the one for you. You got to keep doing this, you got to keep propping them up, you got to keep doing everything that you can do in your power to make sure this person is okay.
The loneliness part, you got to forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to forget about. I need a man, so I'm gonna look at him or a woman that I can build up, so I can have some, so I can show off to everybody else, so I can have some bragging rights on something.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't hurt yourself. Stop destroying yourself. Stop taking steps backwards to try to be something that you're not, or try to make another person be something that they're not.
Yeah.
Don't try to impress people. Yeah, yeah, he this right here. But in the back of your mind, you already know, no, he ain't none of those things. And he's giving me a hard time to go. I'm trying to push him in the right direction because
Mm-hmm.
I know what's good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Who made you his mother?
Mm-hmm.
Who made you his mother? And
Yeah.
apparently, if he wanted to do anything, he'll be already doing it. A lot of people put themselves in position to be had because they're so eager.
Right.
So
Right.
eager. You got to slow your roll.
Mm-hmm.
Slow your roll, people.
You got to look for consistency. Look at what he's doing right now in his life. Anything that
Mm-hmm.
he's doing on a consistent basis right now is what he's going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see him filling out resumes, if you see him moving towards being that man or the woman of God that God has called him to be, that's good. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't see them doing anything to further their life or how it's going to look in the future,
Mm-hmm.
he's showing you, he or she is showing you a glimpse of their life right
Right,
now.
right
Look
now.
at what you need to be looking at. Look out of your spiritual eyes and see what you need to see right now instead of being all caught up in, okay, when this happens or the future comes, we're gonna be good. We're
And
gonna be good.
and the thing is, you can't see the future, so you can't predict the future for somebody else.
Right.
It's not your it's not your job to
Mhm.
predict the future. It's not
That's
your job.
true.
A person that is working towards something is going to be working towards something. If
Yeah.
he asking you for help, yeah,
Help
you can
him.
help him. but they're not asking you for no help, and you doing
The leg
all the
work.
leg work and everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, 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 no. You wasting your time.
Yes.
You wasting your time, and you gonna reap the benefit of it. It
Right.
ain't gonna be the good one. You're gonna reap the benefit of it. You're gonna say, "Well, I put all this in, and they done left me for somebody else." That's
Right.
because they never was into you.
And it never was there for the right
Yeah.
reason.
I
You know,
mean,
you took it upon yourself to take this person
mhm,
into your life and say, I see potential. But that person's like, she see all that in me?
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why you have to use your discernment. God gave us discernment for a reason. It's just not for church work and all that. It's for to help us in everyday life. Use your discernment, then you'll know why this person is in your life. God will show you. That's why I say take heed to those red flags and don't
Yes,
overlook those
please.
red. Don't act like you don't see
Mhm.
them. God will show you. And when he shows you, he wants you to make a stand and say, okay, I'm not putting up with this anymore. You have to.
The potential husband. Well, okay, we're gonna start from the beginning. Potential boyfriend
Mm-hmm.
is not gonna be the one that cheats on
That's right.
you. Okay, potential husband is not gonna be one that cheats on you. So don't say, "Well, he cheating now," but then we get married, everything gonna change. Potential does not say that.
Mm-mm.
Does not say
Mm-mm.
because what they're doing now, that's what they're gonna be doing then.
What are they
Because
doing right
there's
now?
nothing to say stop.
Mm-hmm.
If they choose not to stop, they're gonna continue to do what they're doing because you have to put yourself in a
You allow
this is
them to.
do not be the thing that allows them to continue in what they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
If they want you, then they gotta change. If they're
Right.
not gonna change, then they don't want you,
That's right.
regardless of what you try to say.
Exactly.
If you get up here saying this is what I want him, I need him. Okay, he may not feel the same way about you.
He may not.
He may not feel so we gotta look at what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what's there. Look at the picture that's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But have the conversations, the right conversations. Don't be the all lovey-dovey, but have the right
Yeah,
conversations.
talk about the
Because
right thing.
love is not gonna pay no bill.
Not,
Love
not
is not
near one.
love ain't gonna put a roof over your
Mm-mm, never
head.
have.
Have those conversations about what they're about.
Mm-hmm.
Know learn what they're about. If they're a cheater, learn it.
Yes.
No, but don't put them in your house. Don't put them in your life because
No.
this is what they're doing. Then you're gonna be the next victim.
Exactly. Exactly. And there is no guarantee that what you see will ever be developed. So if you see potential in a person, who's to say that that potential is going to be developed? It's what that person wants. Everybody has freedom of choice. You can push a person, they might be there right now, okay, because you're pushing them, you're doing everything for them, you're filling out resumes, you setting up job interviews, and you see how crazy that sounds. But we've all been there as women. I know we all been there because we wanted this person. So I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that they be that man that I want them to be. So we doing all this stuff, and you just need to stop doing it and see what happens. See if they'll come for you and say, "Look, I went to a job interview. They starting to do it on their own now." Then you know that okay, they do have a little potential. They do want this, but you got to be careful that you don't get caught up in this. That you're doing everything as a woman. You don't supposed to be everything. God has called a man to be able to eventually lead a family, but a man cannot lead a family if you're doing everything. He's supposed to come into your life and he's supposed to lead you forward into the future. But if he's not showing you anything and you got to do everything and he's not doing anything, then you know what can you do about that? Take off running, I say.
A person that has the potential
Mm-hmm.
to add to your life
Right.
is already doing something.
Mm-hmm.
He's already there. He's not at the point of at
Mm-hmm.
the start. Okay, you think okay, I'm gonna give him a little nudge so he can go ahead and go finish the race.
Yes.
Of a person that but had the potential that you want out of life, and you know what kind of you can imagine already. You can foresee, okay, this is the type of man I want because I want him to be able to do this with. You can foresee if this is leading that way.
Right.
Okay, you can foresee if it's not leading that way, you struggling, you're arguing, and all this other stuff. Well, that's not leading you in the way that you want.
Yeah, you're trying to push too hard.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
we allow ourselves to fall into traps. We allow ourselves to do that because of what we want
Mm-hmm.
out of life. The key thing in all We gotta seek God on everything. We leave God out of everything, the important things in life. We leave him out,
Yeah.
you know? And that's why we fall into so much because
Mhm.
we leave God out. God is our light.
Yes, it
He
is.
is our shining force.
Yes, it is.
He is our director of our lives. When we leave him out, we're lost.
We're lost.
So what is it like a lost person trying to find somebody to lead them somewhere?
Mhm.
That's two blind people.
Blind lead the blind, you fall in the ditch. And we're not saying that you can't help the man or woman out in your life, but you don't need to do everything for them. You got to see where that person stands. If I don't do anything, what are they going to do?
There you go.
You know, what are they going to do?
What are they
You
gonna
know, so they should be able to come to you like, you know, they need a job. So they should be able to come with you like, you know, I don't know how to make a resume, but can you help me do it? And that's good. Not you taking it into your own hands like, I'm just going to do the resume and I'm just going to fill out the job. You know, but don't do all the legwork. Tell them about jobs that, you know, I saw a job that you may be interested in, you know, and talk to them about that.
Right.
And then don't do all the legwork. Don't fill out no applications or nothing. Let that person do what they need to do. And that'll show you that they're moving in the right direction, that they really do have some potential. But potential, like we said, is something that happens, is in the future. What is that person doing right now to let you know that their life is lined up for a better future for you too? If you don't see it now and what they're doing right now, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it.
The person that has potential, as you would say, has potential, you have to check out their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing? What a person, like you had said earlier, a person that's cheating and what potential is that for you?
Right.
You become the next victim, the
Mm-hmm.
next one that he cheat with,
And he marry you and
then
he'll be cheating on you.
but see, don't put yourself in the heartbreak.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Look at the situation that's before you. Take your
Mhm.
time. Don't be so much in a rush just to have somebody. Okay, yeah, they cheating like with 5 other women, but I'm a change him.
I can change it.
Lose that thought.
Yeah.
Lose it.
Lose that one.
You cannot change them. Look how many people that have lined up and they all fall in that same predicament. Don't put yourself in the be next up.
Right.
Okay. Don't be a punching bag. Don't be a you know one of them crash dummies. Don't be one of those. Don't be one of those. You're looking for potential. Potential is right there. It's happening as you see it.
You can see it developing.
You can see it.
You can see it
Not
developing.
somebody that's sitting back. All they want to do is play video games all day long. Sit back and hang out in the street all night. Now that's a potential for something else.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
potential for you want somebody that's worthy to be with you. Somebody that's
Right.
worthy to be a husband to you.
Right.
Somebody that's worthy to be your boyfriend and husband. Not somebody that still has a childish mindset.
They just want to lay
That
up.
just want to lay up with you because they feel that's being a man or that's
No.
being an importance. You know, no, that's not.
Yes.
You fall short on so many levels on that.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what's important in life. Okay, if it was important about being in sex, nobody stays in bed all day long and all night and for a week. All you do is stay in bed. Somebody got to get up and go to work.
And go to work because the bills
Somebody
got
got
to
to
be
go
paid.
go get some groceries in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to do some house cleaning.
Right.
So don't base your relationship on sex.
How good they are in bed. Don't base it on that. No, don't base it on
Yeah,
that.
he probably they probably can rock your world, but what else can they do? What else can they do? Because most people base that on their life. I can get by because I know how to do this, and that's it.
Right.
You know, don't be the next one up.
Don't be. And I was on Facebook the other day and I saw a post by one of my friends on Facebook, and it was by T.D. Jakes. It said, "What good is potential without preparation?" Now, if a person has potential, you're going to see them making preparations for their future. And like we said, if you don't see them going anywhere, they don't want to work, they don't want to spend time with you, they're not showing that they're husband material, then you have to let them be. You have to let them be. But if you see them going down the road and potential, you really see potential in this person, that means they're really moving forward. But don't just look at them like I kind of see, well, he come from a good family. That don't mean anything. That don't mean that his mom and dad was married for 50 years, so he'll be a good. That don't mean look at his life and see where he's going. He's gonna show you
Right.
where he is right now. He's gonna show you where he's going.
Right.
So you definitely have to make sure that they are preparing for the future, that they are developing to the future. That's what preparation is. That's what it is. And like my husband said, he doesn't need a mother, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole another time, because we as women, we want to mother our men, and we don't need to mother our men. We make them less than when we try to mother them. God made men leaders. They have all the leadership traits in them that they need, but they have to be developed by God for those leadership traits to come out. But we as women, we try to do everything because I guess that's what we've been used to. You know, some men we get with, we feel like we got to do everything, but when God sends a good man your way, you can step back and the man can lead and do the job that he's been called to do. But he has to prepare. But you're not his mom. I got to make sure he get a job so that he can take care of. But and we're not talking about some men are in between jobs. Maybe they had a job and lost their job. It's okay to help them, but trying to help somebody that doesn't want help, no.
Help a man go in the direction that is best for him.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to push a man into the direction that's going to help you.
That's
Okay,
good.
if men don't love be mothered, they already have a mother,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to be respected and honored, but that's earned.
Right.
If you come into a relationship or come into a cross the path of somebody that's looking to be respected but not
Mm-hmm.
respecting you, then that person that's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he just has to learn. Don't let you don't have to be the crash dummy to teach him.
Mm.
You don't have to be,
No, you don't.
because if he gonna learn respect, he gonna learn it without you.
Yes.
Potential doesn't mean that I get angry, like I just need somebody to punch, I need somebody to curse out, I need somebody to abuse. But
Mm-hmm.
but he has potential. But he
Mm.
fusses me all the time. He's mad at me a lot because he's frustrated. Beware.
Yeah.
Beware.
Beware. Mm-hmm. And some people are good just the way they are, and you have to be okay with that. You got to learn how to say, okay, this is not working for us.
Mm-mm.
I love myself enough to walk away because you're not going the same way that I'm going. And that's why being equally yoked with the person is very important. And sometimes we as women, we get caught up with men that are not serving God. And we believe that by us being saved, but no, that's gonna bring you a lot of heartache and heartbreaks because you marry this person. They like, I don't need to change. You accepted me how I was when we were dating. So now you want me to be saved. Now you want me to go to church. You want me to do this and that. Just wait on God to send that person your way. Somebody that's already saved, somebody that's moving forward in the things of God.
Now,
That's what you need to wait on.
if a person asks for your help,
Mm-hmm.
then you can help them out.
Right.
But let them ask for help, but
Yes.
don't take over after they ask for help. Let them ask for help. The
Yeah.
next step in life that they need, the next thing they assisting with, let them ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not put yourself in the availability to every request you're there to help. No,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't put yourself out there. Don't put yourself out there to be roadkill. Don't do
That's
that.
right. Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Some people in life love getting over on people because it makes them
Oh
look
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But don't be the victim. Don't be the one that put yourself out. Well, I don't gave my all for him, and now he done left me for somebody else. That's
Right.
because you're hoping for him to fall in love with you because of what you done for him.
Right. That's why quit doing everything that you're doing in order to say that you have a man. You have to realize you have to love yourself enough that if this man is not adding to my life, that means he's taking away from my life. So if he's doing that, then you don't need him in your life, especially if you're a single mom and you have children and you bringing a man into your life and all he's doing is taking away from what you and your children already have. Now the children don't have what they need because you've given everything to that man. You Don't do that. Don't do that. Love yourself enough, like I said, to wait on God. God knows the man that you need. There is hope.
Amen.
There is hope. You don't have to like try to rush and make a plan go the way that you want it to go. Wait on God. He knows exactly what you need. And in due season, he's going to send exactly what you need. So in the meantime, you serve God. You do what you're supposed to be doing. You live out your life's purpose. You stir up all them gifts in you that God has given you, and you move forward and do what you've been called to do. And realize that a lot of people have a good talk game, and they out there and they waiting for someone like, I know she want a man. I'm gonna act the way she want me to act so that I can get her. Then they show their true color. That's why I say make sure your discernment is on. If a man said that he's a man of God, watch him. If a woman says she's a woman of God, watch her. Watch her. Don't be just listening to what they're saying. Look at what they're doing. A tree is known by its fruit.
Don't fall for the okey-doke.
Don't fall for it.
Because of what they said. You got to see it.
See what they're doing.
You got to see. Anybody can say a whole lot of things, but a person can tell you, yeah, I can fly.
Yeah.
But do you believe because he said it, or do you believe because you saw him fly?
Yeah.
There you go. Because this is what you have to do. You can't go potential. So I can walk across water. But have you seen him do it?
That's right.
Have you seen him do it? No. Don't.
Take everything at face value. If a person shows you, like I said, they show you who they are, believe them. Don't say, oh, I can change them. God has the power to change anybody. We know that anybody can change. Anybody can change, but the thing is, they have to want to change. And if they don't want to change, they don't want to be the way that you think they should be, then you have to leave them just how they are. And don't be hurt about it. You're just not the one for me. So no more walking around saying, I see potential in him. I see potential in her. No, let God put the person on your path that needs to be in your life. We try to pick the person. Let God pick the person and let God show you that person. Because when we pick wrong. We pick because of different reasons. What he looked like, what she looked like, how they shaped, and how tall they are. And we look at the outer appearance, but God knows on the inside what type of man or woman that you need. Because he put something in us, and he'll bring somebody into your life to bring out all that potential in you, and you can walk together. Togetherness is the key. Not you walking way up here and you got to drag somebody behind you. That's stressful.
Together is walking in oneness.
Together.
Not looking back and wondering where this person is. Not always got to wonder where they are. Yes. Not wondering, okay, this always wondering about if with this or always seeing other things. No, I know I didn't see that. Well, I know I didn't hear that.
Yes, you did see it.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Leave your eyes.
Right. And you have to realize that faith without works is dead. So if a person has potential, they're using their faith to walk this thing out.
That's right.
They're using it to walk it out. And I always say when Brennan and I met, he said he was a man of God. I'm watching him, and I'm sure he was watching me. And it had to line up. If it hadn't lined up, we wouldn't be together today. I could say, well, I see potential in him to be a great man. I see potential in him to be a great man of God. What am I seeing right now? Right. Potential is for the future. What are you walking towards in the future? Where's that person at right now? Are you willing to wait on that person to go forward to be who you called them to be? Are you willing to wait? Sometimes, the person may not be too far behind. They might, like you said, need a little nudge, need some words spoken over them. But if you got to just pull them and it's like pulling teeth, like, come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it now. And you want it worse than what they wanted. That's not going to work. Nope. That's not going to work. So some people, you just going to have to look at them and say, I want to be with you, but I see that you're not the right person for me. And I just got to leave you where you are. And I just got to pray for you.
You have to look at you, where you are and where you want to be.
Exactly.
Not you need somebody else to to put them in a position that'll make you better. No, if you don't have anything to bring to the table, okay, then okay, I'll catch you later.
I'll catch you
I'll
later.
catch you later. And don't be afraid to say that.
I'll catch
Okay,
you later.
a person that's gonna add to your life, bringing something positive to your life
Yes.
is something great. But somebody that's gonna take away from your life, that's a negative that you don't need.
You don't. You were
Yeah.
living a stress-free life before. Now that you invite this person into your life, now your life is chaotic, stressful, and full of everything. Now you're crying yourself to sleep at night because you don't let this person come into your life, and this person has brought all kind of things into your life just because you saw some potential. You saw something that you really did not see. You saw what you wanted to see, but you didn't see what God would have you to see. That's why I say you got to make sure that you see those red flags and do something about those red flags. They're there for a reason. They're not just to look at them and say, okay, I just pray about it. No, God is showing you the red flags for a reason. Take heed.
Take heed to the flag.
Take heed to the flags.
Amen.
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 So that's our teaching for tonight on potential. Don't fall in love with potential. We are getting off Facebook right now, but we're gonna have a quick discussion session on our Zoom. We see we have some people here. How y'all doing? So if you want to join us on Zoom, look at a flyer on my page, and God bless y'all. We'll talk with you soon. Hello, Zoom.